right, good evening, everyone. This is the first episode of Chazz and the DJ, beginning and beyond. What a crazy week 15 in the NFL. All right, so this I'm gonna introduce myself. My name is Charles Kawas, and my nickname is Chaz. Okay, so I have two. Just want to tell you about my family. I have two kids. They're twins, 2 8-year-old boys, and I have a stepdaughter. She's 21. It's been a long time. She gave me a grandson. Okay, so that's about my kids. My fiance, her name is Beth. I'm doing this a lot because of her, because I banter and talk all the time about sports, and I think she's done hearing me. So if she's watching, that's great. If not, not a big deal. Um, I am a Yankees fan. I'm a Giants fan. I am a Knicks fan. We'll talk a little bit about basketball too here and there. Um, and I do watch WWE here and there. It's been a while. That's where my partner DJJ, he does have a little bit more uh, uh, knowledge of the WWE now, especially how it is in AEW. He's not here with us, as you might have seen earlier. I posted about 75 minutes ago that he is in the ER. His wife Barbie did mention that he's in a little bit of pain. He's doing okay, but he needed to be in the ER. Hopefully, he'll listen sometime tonight if he gets a chance. I'm supposed to have someone else come on today with me to banter with me a little bit. If when he gets on, that'd be great, and I'll introduce you to him when he gets on. So I'll start in where what I guess what was the big things this week. NFL Week 15. It was a crazy weekend. I mean, Thursday night started everything. I mean, I have something to share. Let's see, I'll share the screen. Off. Let's see if it does it. This. There we go. Share. Is it sharing it? No, I guess not. There we go. Okay. This is my league that I run. It's called poolholes.com. So I'll go through the games a little bit, talk about who did what I thought. So here we got the Giants. I'll talk about Giants in Washington. Okay. 2012. You know what? I'm going to hear a lot from probably every, what's the word I'm looking for? Every Dallas fan, every Commanders fan. Yes, I know the refs were bad. The refs were bad in every game, from what I understood. I only saw a couple games, but the refs were bad. So, all right, I think this is screwing up. Hold on a second. There we go. All right. So the refs were bad. I get it. Was that a pass interference? Yeah, it probably was. But if you know what, we've had bad issues too with pass interference and everything else where it was on us and it was never called. So on that note, we'll take the win. I'm happy with it. We'll go from there. Jets, they should have won that game. Detroit's good, but if I'm correct, Aiden Hutchinson was not playing, and I'm sorry, the Jets are a better team even with Zach Wilson as their quarterback. I get Zach's not been the greatest. He had a 5-2 record, from what I understand. He should be the guy. He should know to be the guy. I get Mike White is whatever he is to these players, but the guy's hurt, and Zach Wilson is the number 2 draft pick for a reason. So I'm sorry. He needs to figure it out, plain and simple. All right, now we'll keep it a little bit local too with the Eagles, Beth's Eagles, and I've got a couple other friends who are Eagles fans. They kept that game way too close. I mean, 25-20. What was that? I get, obviously Hurts got hurt, but but Miles Sanders didn't do anything. I don't know what was going on. We didn't get the game, obviously, because it wasn't a New York game. Excuse me. But Miles Sanders just didn't do anything. And maybe I'm being a little biased on that. I have him in my fantasy pool, and he didn't do anything for me, and I lost my fantasy pool, so I'm not too thrilled on that. But the guy who beat me, you know what, Paul, you're a good guy. I don't mind that. Anyway, I get off that. So speaking of Paul, he's a Dallas fan. Let's talk about Dallas. I'm not gonna curse, but WTF? What happened? How do you? And I know I'm gonna hear a lot from Dallas fans. I should see if there's any comments. Let's see. No, nothing yet. I'm a little surprised, but I'm a little surprised on how poorly they played. They scored a lot. They scored 34 points, but you kept Jacksonville in that game. You made Trevor Lawrence look like the stud he's supposed to be, and maybe Doug Peterson might be the quarterback genius that you know Carell up in Seattle is. It's very possible. You know that Jacksonville team is a scary team, especially with the last 3 weeks, and I'll get into that later. So that hurt a lot of people. I'll tell you right now in my pool. I actually picked Jacksonville. I had him at 1. I kind of expected it to be close. I just didn't think that it would be the debacle at the end of the game that it was. So real quickly on the rest of the league, like I said, San Francisco with Brock Purdy. Lost my feed. There we go. Gotta watch. I gotta stop hitting my desk. Gotta watch out for Brock Purdy. The kid is legit. He knows what he's doing. What I saw, he knows what he's doing. He can play. So we'll see. Okay. Next game, Saturday game. So yeah, let's go to the Saturday games. First game. So I'll give you my story. I'm out. Christmas shopping, and I look at my phone. I see 33-0 Indianapolis. I'm like, are you kidding me? I almost dropped my phone. I was shocked. Come home. What do I see? They won 39-36 in overtime. I mean, I couldn't believe it. I was happy. I picked Minnesota. That was a plus for me. But the way they came back, it just I keep hearing from friends of mine. You're probably on or going to listen. They need to fire Jeff Saturday. I'm not a fan of that because he just got hired. I get why you think because he's never been a coach, he should be fired. Let the guy at least finish out the year. I mean, you know the owner. If you know football, you know the owner. Irsay, he's a little nutty. This is what he did. Let him lie in it until the end of the season. Let's see if they make it. Matt Ryan, I thought he was a Hall of Fame quarterback. I don't know if he is. He's now have 2 of the worst comebacks on him in history. Obviously, we know this. This one, 39-36. You lost, but you gave up 33-0 lead. Y'all remember a Super Bowl? I don't remember the number. It's probably like 48, something like that. But y'all know who was in it. It was Tampa Bay. He was the Atlanta quarterback. 28-3. Lost the game. I still remember that that game. And I was so annoyed. As I excuse me. I had Atlanta that day. I thought, okay, well, they're going to run away with it. Nope, they did not. Nevertheless, it is what it is. Shock of Saturday was the fact that Baltimore did not do anything. I get Lamar Jackson's out. I get it. But whatever his issue is, it's really hurting the team because Huntley's just not the guy. I like Huntley. I think he's a decent quarterback, but maybe he's not being used right. But I doubt that because he's got a good coach. So whatever the case. The last game was the probably best game of Saturday. Buffalo against Miami. Now, I know my guy Tim, if he does listen to this or watch this, he's gonna see, he's gonna hear me. Miami played a hell of a game. They were good, but just for whatever reason, Buffalo was able to eke it out. That might have been a little referee too. I'll hear that. Excuse me, let me drink some water. I apologize, guys. I got laryngitis apparently. Yes, I'm still doing this. I want to do this. I don't care if I got laryngitis. My voice is not going anywhere. So anyway, Miami, they did more than I thought they would do in snow. Tua played his butt off. I give him a lot of credit. But Buffalo, their team, I think, is going in the AFC. I'll say it now. I might have to rebut it later. That's fine. I think it's Buffalo in the AFC, honestly, and I think it's San Francisco in the NFC. But again, it's now going to week 16. That could change. Pittsburgh, Carolina, I didn't see that coming. Pittsburgh, you know what? Steeler Nation, you proved me wrong on this one. You went into Carolina, you took Darnold out, and good for you. With whatever quarterback you had, good for you guys to do it. KC and Houston, another one. This is why I think Buffalo is going to be number one and go to the Super Bowl. I like Mahomes. I like the team. They got some good running backs, good wide receivers. But for whatever reason, they just can't cut it. And I don't know what it is. There's something about them that they're playing these close games. Too many of them. Too many. All right, let's skip over those. We did those already. Let's see. Okay, so New Orleans beat Atlanta. Joke game. It's one of those. They're going to beat each other up. Let's hopefully, and in my opinion, I hope somebody in the South can actually beat Tampa Bay. Everybody's bad. They're within one game of each other. They got to beat. Someone's got to jump to beat Tampa Bay. I just don't know who that's going to be. I was hoping it would be Carolina, but I don't think that's going to happen. Let's see. Denver beat Arizona. Finally, Denver win. From understand, Russell Wilson didn't play. So, what are you going to do? Russell Wilson has not been good this year. I mean, I feel for fantasy owners who have him because Russell Wilson he's not the quarterback he was in Seattle. And that's where I say Pete Carroll is probably a guru. And look at the guy he's got. He's got the guy who replaced Eli Manning and broke his streak. And they lost that game. Geno Smith was never the guy. He was picked, second round, 34th pick by the Jets way back when. He wasn't the guy. Now, he might be. And honestly, I think he needs to stay. I keep hearing, he's going to get a contract with another team. He leaves, I think he's done. That's just me. And whoever takes him for a multi-year contract, they're doing themselves a big disservice. Okay, Vegas and New England. The funniest game of the weekend. That last play is going to go down as probably the worst. How ESPN does top 10 and worst 10, that's going to be number one worst 10. That is the worst play I think I've seen since I almost want to say the college game way back in the 80s when I probably wasn't watching football, when the band came out during that, rigmarole that they had to deal with. All right, we got a couple more games left of the recap. So Chargers barely beat Tennessee. Chargers, another team. I don't understand them. They have good pieces. They can't get it together. My coworker who's a big Charger fan, and I got a Bowler fan who's a Charger fan. They, Tony and David, you got to tell me what is the deal with this team. I pick up, they lose. They win. Okay. Oh, Steve's on. Okay, hold on a second. Let me add him to the stream.
Can you hear me?
Yep. Hold on. Let me let's see. 2. There we go. All right, there you go. Hey, Steve, what's going on, man? How you doing?
Pretty good, man.
Yeah,
Pretty
I hear
good.
you.
How
You
are
hear me?
you? Yes,
All right, cool,
sir.
cool, cool. All right. So, yeah, I was just in the middle of recapping week 15.
Okay.
So, buddy, this is Steve Fasulo. I bowled with him. I want to say 3 years ago. That's like probably the last time I saw him. How you doing, man? Good.
Yeah, doing well. Just
Good, good.
COVID
I appreciate you
took
coming
me out
on
of
and on.
bowling. Yeah, man. Absolutely. It's a
You're not
pleasure.
bowling no
Thank
more?
you. No, I gave it up.
Are
I,
you
I,
bowling
I,
anymore or
I,
no? Oh, you gave it
no,
up.
I quit. Yeah, I quit while I was on top.
Wow.
Yeah,
I was
I
gonna say,
just
yeah,
wasn't able to
2019.
do it. Yeah, I've been having a lot of
So you
issues
quit.
with my shoulder and my elbow and so many
Oh
different
wow.
problems. So I was like, I'm done. It's not even worth it. I feel like I got hit by a bus by like game 3.
If you ever want to come
Everything was
back, dude, trust me, I'll use it. I can do subs here and there. So
okay. Yeah, it's been a
especially with
while. I gotta
this,
get.
I'm still kind of sick.
No, I hear you.
You'd have to get ramped up into it. Yeah. So let's
That's
see.
for
I was
sure.
on a couple. Yeah, I was on the last couple. Yeah, I was on the last couple of games. So let's see. To Tampa. Yes, Cincinnati, Tampa Bay. Cincinnati. Thankfully they're doing better. Tampa Bay. I'd love to see them lose every game. Honestly, I'm done with Brady. I think he needs to go. I don't know about you, Steve. I'm so done with Brady.
Yeah, I mean, his ship has sailed. I mean, I like the passion that he wants to continue to play. That he hasn't just mailed it in, took all his rings, and God bless him for wanting to play. But I think Father Time has eventually caught up. I mean, he still looks good, but it was just not the right situation, and he's had a lot of problems by coming back. So.
Yeah, well, his marital stuff, and I don't even want to get into that. I mean, that's almost like reality fodder for me.
I know, and that's
last game, the Monday night game. Yeah.
No, I'm saying I give him credit that he was actually still willing to come back.
Yeah.
Can you? No, I'm saying with his marital issues that he was still willing to come back and play. Putting that on the line, and that's the only part of the game that I respect with him. But again, I know we're moving on to the next game. But yeah, as a Giants fan, I never had the issues as a Jets fan would have. But I'm sure everybody's he's worn out his welcome.
Oh yeah, mostly,
to say the least.
Oh yeah, I completely agree on that. And we'll go back to the Giants because I want your opinion on that Giant game. But because obviously you're rocking your Giant shirt there. So Green Bay and Rams. Like Green Bay, I kind of expected them to win. Aaron Rodgers needed this game. He needed this game at home against a team that he could beat. I don't know if he's going to win out. That's a whole nother story.
That would be quite the feat. With the team he has, this would probably be his most impressive. This might even be his most impressive season so far if he can pull them out of the dumps and pull this one off. But it's unlikely. I think somebody's gonna win, and he's another one though. I'm sick of him too.
Yeah, I got a couple guys at my job that are big Packers fans, and I feel like I'm going out. Okay, there we go. Big Packers fans over where I work, and they haven't been happy. So, all right, Giants.
No, it's tough.
So let's go to Giants real quick. So I said before you got on that I get that there was a bit of a referee controversy especially near the end of the game, but I feel we've been, as Giants fans, we've gotten it the reverse, So I don't feel as bad that they didn't get it,
Oh, correct. I for once it went our way, and I do
exactly.
Now we're looking at it, through a camera, and slow motion. For Bang Bang in live action, these referees can't tell that his arm was pinned right when the ball was coming. I mean, they make so many, excuse my French, pansy-ass calls throughout the whole entire game and season.
Yeah.
It's nice to see a game come down to an actual football play as opposed to a referee, sticking his nose in and putting them back on the one. It is finally. I mean, as finally something went our way. I know there's been a lot of games early in the year that went our way, but but that was a very good win.
One other one I'll recap. Yes, it was. We needed it. So I want to get your opinion on that last play with Dallas Jacksonville. I'm sorry. Yeah. Well, I mean, just doesn't make any sense how they ended that game.
Was that unnecessary relay, like that relay that went back, or was that a different game? Because I think I missed it as well. What was the game that they threw the relay?
Okay, that Dak threw an interception. That was that
was another game, right?
It
it was like the lateral play towards the end of the game that just was. But yeah, no, I did not see the final play of. Oh yeah, you know what was it? I'm trying to think. Yeah, because I know Jacksonville picked it off and ran it back, right?
Well, yeah, they picked it off and ran it back. The game you're talking about is Las Vegas, New England. That was Belichick, and he didn't know how to even react to that. That is Pop Warner if I've ever seen it in my life. Exactly.
That was nuts.
All right, so let me get stop this sharing this screen here. Let's see, can I stop? I want to get rid of this. There we go. I can, but I want to share this. Let's see. So let's look to week 16. Let me there we go. Screen 1, share. Okay. We're back to that, and then we're going to go to this. So week 16 NFL preview and power rankings. So as we can see here, Buffalo's like in charge. 11-3, Kansas City 11-3. I said before too, Steve. I think the Super Bowl right now is San Francisco Buffalo, and I know that's going to tick off Eagle fans. Like my fiance, if she sees this, she's probably going to hit me when I get upstairs. But I think
she won't be happy. She won't be happy.
Yeah, exactly. But then I just think it's going to be them too. Even with Brock Purdy. So, but I mean, this is really tight in the AFC. I mean, all these different teams: 10 wins, 7 wins, 9 wins, 8 wins. I mean, this is going to come down to be one of the better last 3 weeks of football we've had in years. So, well, I mean, let's get your opinion. Are you feeling what I said or something else? Maybe,
Well, I mean, I do like Buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
Josh Allen is incredible. But I actually, right now, I think the Bengals would be more of a favorite to reach it again. They're hot. I mean, Joe Burrow is just unbelievable, and I think he's the only one that could stop Mahomes. If I would love to see any of those mixture of games, which I don't think it could happen. I don't know how it fully breaks down, but yeah, those top 3 with Chiefs, Bills, and Bengals. But right now, I'll lead Bengals. I think they are better right now at the moment.
Okay.
And the NFC, their defense is incredible. Their running game is incredible. It depends on Debo's health. Debo has to come back healthy and soon. Purdy, is it a little magic right now? Will people figure him out? They do need Garoppolo back, but will it be, will it be Purdy or Garoppolo if Garoppolo is healthy? And that could be a situation come division.
Yeah, I think he's hurt at least until the end of the regular season.
Yeah, I believe he's somewhere in the division round, potentially. So that's going to be a tough call for them, especially if they get a first or second, if they get that bye in the first seed. But they're not gonna with the Eagles. The Eagles are good though. The Giants were so exposed by them. The Eagles are fast.
Yep.
Jalen Hurts to me is the MVP.
Yep.
They just they're loaded. They are loaded as of now. They've become the Rams of last year. They're just picking up everybody. And Dallas is good, but they're injured.
I honestly think it's Josh Allen. Yeah. Oh, you're talking NFC. Yeah, I think I probably would agree with Hurts. But with AFC, I think it's Josh Allen. And I know a lot of people are gonna I've talked to coworkers today. They're looking at me strange face, but I think Josh Allen's better than Mahomes right now. I think he's got he's playing with a defense that's not as good because Von Miller's not there. And that's a problem,
right?
And he's working with it, So I just and nobody else in that AFC, just like Tua, I'll give him credit. He played his heart out, but it just wasn't enough. So I don't think any other than Kansas City that has a shot in the AFC. So, but like with these games this week, it starts off with a crazy one. Did you see the statistic yet? So
I actually,
Jacksonville at
not
the Jets.
very. Yeah, that's tomorrow night. That's just going to be tough due to the rain. The weather's going to be atrocious. Thursday night. Okay, it's only Tuesday.
Yeah, well,
Thursday night. That weather is going to be so bad there. That's just going to be. You're not even going to get a true test of who's who. But Zach Wilson.
Well, that's the case,
a whole other story.
That would probably benefit the Jets and how you're saying it.
Yeah, better defense.
Yep.
They got. I'm trying to. I know. I don't know if what's his name is. What's it? Etienne? Is he on the Jaguars?
I believe so.
He's pretty good, but running game. That dude Bam McKnight or something. He's been very good.
Yeah.
But the ball's going to be one on the ground, and I don't know what the numbers are in front of me, but running game is where it's gonna come down to. And if it does come down to any passing, Trevor Lawrence will definitely outshine.
They're middle of the.
Okay, so they're gonna just kind of go bounce. It's just gonna be a turnover fest.
It could be.
It's just gonna be rough.
I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm not going to go into anything else. I'm probably going to do picks on Thursday. I'm going to do. YouTube has this thing called Shorts for people to do podcasts. So I'm actually going to do my picks on Thursday. So I don't know if you want to come back on and do something like that. I don't know if DJ J is going to be back. It depends on his health. So.
Let me know. Even if I come on and just give guest picks, if you want, I can come on for a quick segment and I'll just give my picks for the week.
That's just it.
It's up to you guys.
I'm going to try to get my kid into it too. My 8-year-old, Hunter. He's an athlete where he plays, up in Bloomsburg where he lives in Pennsylvania. And he likes football. He likes baseball. So maybe he gives me some picks. He's a Giants fan, so that's a good thing too.
Yeah. Hey,
unfortunately, my other son is an Eagles fan. It broke my heart when he said that, but it is what it is.
That's rough. That is right now. They both are happy at least. At least one's not.
Yes. Exactly.
Complete opposite ends of the spectrum.
I did have a power ranking too. Let me pull this up. I thought I did. I really did a power rankings by CBS. Yeah, there we go. A little slow. Come on.
It's all right.
I was trying to get this in an hour.
It's going to be tough. It's always hard. It took me forever just to clear the microphone and camera settings. I was like, how do I do this? trying to use my kid's school computer, and they flag everything.
it.
I'm like, oh man.
Oh Lord. Okay, I lost it. Really? Come on down. There we go. All right. There we go. Now I moved it. Perfect. All right. So the Week 16 power rankings came out from CBS, and it's interesting how the Jets are still in the top 16 even with that loss. So they dropped behind the Lions. Giants are just outside the top 10. I mean, that's something. I mean, but see, they put the Chargers, and I get that the Chargers have an 8-6 record, but the Giants with what they got are better. I think they're better.
It's just the Justin Herbert factor. That's
that's
my.
That's got to be.
And they have 2 wide receivers compared to our 0.
And that's what I was saying before. I got 2 buddies at work one's at work, one's a bowler. You might know, maybe you don't know him, Tony Tomadong, big Chargers fan. And
okay.
They got to tell me what they see in this team, because I keep picking them and they lose, and then it's a mess. But Cowboys, even with that loss, are still 7. Steelers, I know they're hurting at 23. A lot of that win, they need to win out. But yeah, I think they did this right. The Bills underneath the Eagles, I just think is a record thing. I honestly think the Bills are better than the Eagles.
Okay.
And I think my ex-wife is going to love is my ex-wife, my first ex-wife. She's going to love that I said that, because I don't want to back them up, but I think they're that good. So, if anything, I'm thinking it's Buffalo 1, Eagles 2, KC 3. And Bengals might even be 3 because of how good they've been playing. So
yeah, I'm trying to think. The only one I don't like, Baltimore in the top 10.
Yes, I agree.
They don't belong there. With or without Lamar, they don't belong there. The Dolphins started out hot, and
yep.
And then the Chargers, they've kind of had a rush lately to kind of catch up. But right now, I still would put the Giants. I would actually flip-flop the Giants and the Ravens, not being a homer, just based on they just. It's just that they just had their first win in over a month, so yeah, they could be ahead of the LA. Call them San Diego.
I'd put Baltimore at 11, move everybody up 1. Giants go 10, Dolphins go 9, Dolphins go 8, and Chargers go 9.
I would put the Lions higher. The Lions should be higher too than Seattle and Tennessee. Their offense is incredible. They're playing so well right now.
Yeah, they're a weird good. And then Tennessee, they got the best running back out of everybody here, but they just can't win. So I don't know.
No,
but I guess this will be an interesting week coming up. Like I said, we'll do like a picks thing on Thursday. I want to do it once. Like I run the football pool, and I want to do it after all the picks are in. So I can't give it. I don't want to give away all my picks. It's not like I'm doing well, but I am. I'm actually in 4th place for the season. So
good.
I'm
That's
doing
not
pretty
bad.
well. Yeah,
I was gonna say that is well.
No, out of the 37 people, I'm in 4th place for the season. So I'll take that for what it is.
That's not bad at all. Hell yeah.
So okay, so I think we're off of football now. Let me get off of that. Let me get out of the share. Okay, remove. All right, so 1. I have a list here, so
no problem.
Hide that. That's why. Okay, there we go. Yankees and Mets off season. So it went away. Go back. There we go. So I want to start off with obviously Yankee. You're Yankees or a Mets fan?
Mets fan, but I know my share of Yankee stuff if needed.
Okay, and I definitely know my Mets because Beth is and her family. They're big Mets fan. You remember Beth, so you remember her Mets stuff.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah.
She's a big she's a big Mets fan. So I follow them probably more than any other Yankee fan I know. But
That's
so
good.
let me start with the Yankees real quick. I mean, I think
Okay.
the Judge signing, honestly, dude, I'm in love with it. I'm happy. I wanted to say this last week when I was supposed to do it. I'm so ecstatic that he's back. We needed him back. I hear the what is it? The announcements tomorrow, and they better, and say it here, better make him captain. He deserves it. He's shown it, and I'm not trying to be a homer Yankee fan either. He's played what he's supposed to do, and
Right.
he played how he was supposed to play to get the contract.
He's definitely earned it. He's the face of the team. He's almost borderline the face of baseball.
Mhm.
So I mean, how can you not be the captain of your own team? Even though it's more of just a, you're not really doing much. He's not a rah-rah kind of guy, but he'll lead with on-field play. It's just more of kind of like, hey, you've been our guy. He deserves it. He deserves it. But I'm going to go opposite of you. I think that if it clearly it didn't hurt their pockets to the point where they can't go out and sign anybody else. So with getting Rondon.
Oh, I agree.
But
oh yeah.
For what he got, this is a new age. We've never once seen a home run leader, a record-setting home run leader in this world of free agency. So setting a market for him was really tough. To sit here and say, hey, he's worth A, B, or C is impossible.
Mm-hmm.
So they gave him a value probably of an overall piece of work. And then they gave him a bump up, based on this past season.
Mm-hmm.
To me, he'll never duplicate what he just did. So are you paying a 62 home run guy, 130 ribbies? I don't even know if he'll hit 300 again, just because look how they pitched to him in September. They were so hard on him. There's a book now. There's a small book. I mean, I know there was pressure from him, but people saw what was getting him out during that whole 60 to 62 type time frame. So you just hope that he gives you 40, 45, but is that even going to be enough for an offense as inept as the Yankees?
I'm looking for 6. So if he gets to 600, and I don't mean 600, he's got to stay long enough to get to 600. That's the number.
What's his career total now? Is it in the 2s already? It's got to be. It's over 2s because he's already had a 50 and a 60, so there's 110. So he's got to be close to 2, if not over it. I think he's got to be maybe just under because he had a lot of injuries early.
I'm pulling. Okay, that gave me, and that just gave me his every year.
I don't even know. Oh, I'm on my phone. I was gonna say. I'm looking for my phone, and I'm on it.
You're on it, yeah.
I'm looking at my pockets.
Let's see. Okay, batting average. His his batting average through all his games is 284. So it went up. I think he was a little lower last year. He's got 220 home runs. 220.
220 already.
So,
and that's what, since 17? So that's in a 5-year span.
Yeah. So if he does
so that's, and then in what? What does he have? 9 years? Is that a 9-year deal?
9-year deal. 9 years.
So if he goes, say he goes 220 every 5 years, maybe give him a little more because he did have some injuries.
There could be injuries, but you think about it, he could on the clip he could probably get 300 to 350 in the next 9 years. So.
Yeah, I'm thinking that kind of puts him right around as a 600 trajectory, right in the, that's actually a good number there. That's good. Yeah, hey, that would be.
Yeah.
It's a lot of home runs. That's 400 plus home runs in the next 9 years. That's doing pretty good. Just got to stay on the field,
Yep.
you know. But as long as it's just that they needed so many more pieces and they still have so many holes. The Judge signing, again, was based on what he did last year. Can he duplicate it or even come close? Because this offense is nowhere near good enough without that type of production.
And you say that we got holes. We do to an extent, I think, but we're kind of clumped up together too. I was gonna say I got a couple people I want off my team, and and I know you're probably gonna know one of the two. Josh Donaldson needs to go.
He's garbage.
He makes too much money. He doesn't. I mean, he's barely good enough to play third. We have kids that will lower our payroll, So I don't understand why he's still on the team. And Glaber, I'm sorry. I think I'm done. I'm as done as I was with Sanchez last year.
He's
done.
And Hicks could go. Hicks. But again,
that's the given.
Who's taking these guys? Would you go take Josh Donaldson and put him at third base for you and pay him all that money? I wouldn't. It's either you're gonna have to buy him out or something. You can't have that black hole on third base and with Glaber. Glaber, you'll get something back. Donaldson, I think there's zero value. They're going to have to plug him into a deal with a prospect and try to get bats and balls back.
I think you could plug Glaber with either Josh or Aaron Hicks, and I think Aaron Hicks is probably the better because he's the switch hitter. So, but he's also the switch hitter, only hitting 216. So,
yeah, he's rough. I mean and then you got LeMahieu, who's been a shell of his former self.
Yeah, I mean, I think he was hurt most of the last year, but we had the guys we brought up,
So if you think about it, I mean, you're really going with Judge and Rizzo, because you hope to get similar production from your catcher spot from both Higgy and Trevino.
I was hoping for Benintendi, I can't say his name, Andrew
Benintendi to come back. Yeah,
I'll take the other guy who's supposed to play center field. The guy we traded. Who did we trade for?
Montgomery for Harrison Bader.
Yeah, Bader, that's it. Yeah. So he's
a good player.
Yeah, he could play center. Jason Dominguez is not ready. And that's the sad part. I'm not sure you know Jason Dominguez at all. He's that kid that they picked up years ago. I thought he was taller. I thought he was like Giancarlo's size. No, he's my size. He's 5'9". He's a
littler guy, and he's not. He might be one of those busts where he never really amounts to much. So I mean, you got to consider selling him while his stock is still high.
Possibly, yeah.
And that's how you get rid of Donaldson.
That's true too. But you know who's good? And I saw him play in Somerset. Volpe. That kid is good. I don't buy minor league T-shirts. I bought his.
Nice. Is he?
He's going to be the next
plan to bring him up. Is he playing shortstop this year?
No, I believe that's going to be Oswaldo Cabrera with IKF playing that too. And that signing kind of unnerved me.
He's another one.
I'm like, I didn't understand it. So
Cashman makes me shake my head. I don't know. I mean, that's
why I'm okay with Rodon because at least you're solidifying the pitching. You could put in. This is funny. I heard this on High Heat with
Russo, Mad Dog.
Russo, thank you. Yes, Russo said you put those four guys. Russo could pitch in the fifth slot. They'd still win.
Yeah.
So, I mean.
Yeah, you're still winning 4 out of 5 at least every turn through.
So, and even the fifth guy, I forget who it was. I'd push him. It's Montas. And I get why he's there, but you could put in either
Domingo, Herman.
I think Herman's much better. So
yeah, I actually thought Herman was going to get the spot, and they were going to look to get rid of Montas. He just didn't look good at all. He did not look good. Yeah.
No. And then our bullpen's okay. I mean, I'm glad we're getting rid of. My mind is going,
Chapman.
so I forget things unless I write it down. So,
No, it's okay. Chapman.
You know who Chapman. I'm done. Yeah, you're too big of a guy and too strong of a guy to be as bad as you were.
Yeah, I think his
honestly
either he didn't care or his bullets are he's shooting blanks right now. There's nothing really left in the tank.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he's a good pitcher.
He is.
He's a good pitcher. And that Italian kid is good too.
The kid.
Excuse me.
Italian kid. I know who you're talking
I forget
about.
what the hell his name was.
But,
he was up and down, and he made the postseason roster, I think, for the division series. But he looked good.
Probably.
He's slipping my mind, but yeah, it's good.
And
they got to bring Britton
to your Mets. They do. Well, he was hurt, and that was mostly the problem with him. So let's get to the Mets now. And honestly, I think with Alonso, you just got to put people around him. And now Alonso and your second baseman. I did hear, and this was also a Yankee thing, that Conforto might go to the Yankees, which was hysterical. But I heard he might be a Met pickup. He might be a Met.
Yeah,
that's.
I heard that it was down to 3 teams, and I think the Mets, the Rangers were popping their head in, and there was another team or two.
It might have been the Yankees.
I love Conforto. I always liked Conforto, but that last season he had, I don't know if he was hurt, but he was getting booed out of the ballpark.
Yeah. Remember, that's sticking your arm in to get that annoyed a lot of people.
See, he would be a platoon right now. I think he's platooning because you got your team, you got your outfield as much as you can easily upgrade in places, but I don't think he would start, like an opening day type start. But no, I like Conforto. That would be a nice lefty bat to pick up for multiple of reasons.
Yeah. I mean, so let's see. Your team. I just saw this report today, and I'm not a big fan of this guy, especially when he was on my team last year, 2 years ago. Ottavino got re-signed. 2-year deal.
I liked what he did last year. He actually was very up and down early, and he would give up a lot of runs with runners on base. But then he started to become a very reliable 8th inning guy.
Yeah.
And I'm happy he's back, and I think having him in the mix with David Robertson towards the end of the bullpen, it's not going to just be a strictly Ottavino to Diaz type mixture. You do have Robertson to take some pressure off him, but with the Mets losing Seth Lugo, who is always he's been an important part of our.
I've seen too many of Met games. I don't think that is a loss.
He's had better seasons than last year, that's for sure. But
and I want to get this out since I didn't do this last week. DeGrom, not a loss for you guys.
But no, I didn't even phase me. Didn't phase me, and
you're better off.
It was weird. Yeah, I expected to feel
money?
sad.
Oh my God. Texas, they know how to pay stupid contracts, don't they?
Oh yeah, the Seager and Simeon last year, A-Rod. Jeez, and now DeGrom.
And I'm hearing Conforto might even go to Texas, like you said, Texas. I mean, that's all, they'll probably give him 2 years, $15 million a year. Who knows?
Yeah, they'll give him $100 million contract. They don't care. There's no taxes out there. They're just out there just flying cash.
I mean, so I got this thing that. I'm not sure you're gonna know, but you might because you're a Mets. You're a Mets fan, not a Yankee fan. I had this for DJJ. So let me take this off, and it's a thing I saw on YouTube today. So top 10 biggest Yankee contracts ever. You think you can name them? I might not be in order, but I can give you. That's okay.
Are we going per year or total?
It looks like more total.
Like total number given out?
It's in order. And two were this.
All right. Well,
two were
let's start with Judge.
Yep, that's number 1.
Let's go A-Rod.
A-Rod is 3, and remember that was the Texas.
No, that's right. And then they re-signed him to another
they
deal.
Re-signed him for 3 years or 252. I forget what it was. Yeah, I think they said it, but it doesn't make sense with the amount of money.
Oh, geez. Let's see. Who else could they? 1 and 3 is just Jeter.
Jeter's 4.
Jeter's 4. Giambi.
10-year, 189. And that Jeter one took 13 months to get that done.
Wow.
Crazy. The best player in Yankee Stadium in Yankee history, and it took 13 months. I tell you,
incredible.
Did you see the captain thing on ESPN?
Yeah. Yes, I did.
You saw all 7 episodes? I tell you, that was amazing.
I'm pretty sure I did. I don't think I missed much.
I think it was better than the Jordan one, as I saw the Jordan one too.
Okay, I actually watched some of the Jordan one, but then I didn't continue it. But I did check out all the captain.
Yeah, I saw Jordan, and it gets kind of risque. I gotta say, he was a pretty dude.
Yeah, I heard he did some weird stuff towards
Yeah, but okay, so you got 1, 3, and 4.
Giambi,
number 10, 7-year, 120.
Wow. Teixeira,
number 5. This Met fan is doing good. 8 years, 180.
Let's see. Who could be number 2 that I'm missing?
You're missing number 2 right now.
Sabathia?
That's number 7.
Number 7?
7-year, 161, and he had an extension 5-year for 122.
Oh, wow. Let's see. Yeah, these are big. I might be running out of steam here. I mean, there's so many players I could start naming, but I don't.
Number 2, I'll give you a huge hint. He plays for them now.
Plays for them now. Is he still under that contract?
Yes, he is.
Oh, Giancarlo. No, it's not Stan. That's the Marlins deal.
That's the Marlins deal. We're not paying much of that at all.
oh, Garrett Cole.
I was gonna say, yep, you talked about it before. He's number 2, 9-year, 324.
Yeah, but I always forget about him. I don't know why.
You know why? He did that in 2020, and there was a lot of bigger things in 2020.
Right.
So, all right, so there's 6, 8, and 9, and 6 just got his. 6 is one of the guys that got it this year. You said his name before too.
Did I?
Yeah. Go figure. I have memory of that. I just don't have memory of.
Yeah, and then here I am, like, jeez, I can't even think right now.
Might be hard. I will say 8 and 9 might be hard because they're current, or they're not current. They were years ago, but you might know them. And when you hear the name, you'll definitely know.
How about Mike Mussina? No, I know Mussina's not around now. Oh, Rodon, Carlos Rodon, he's on there.
That's 6. That's 6. 6-year, 162.
Okay, right, so and then I'm missing then
8 and 9.
8 and 9.
9's a center fielder and 8's a pitcher.
Chapman and Bernie, or Damon?
Nope.
None on all 3.
None of those. Think of a player who didn't earn his money.
Oh God, Jacoby Ellsbury.
Yes, that's number 9.
Jeez, how disgusting that he's on that list.
153, one of Cashman's worst.
Oh my.
Worst signing.
And then that's all I can think of.
So number 8 is Masahiro Tanaka.
Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't have got that, but that's okay.
7 years, 155. I'm curious. I'm curious if Jay would have got any of that last one. Because he as is. I don't know if he. All right. So real quick, any other? I know there's a couple MLB transactions. I mean, the Phillies they picking up Trey Turner. Jesus. Wow. That's huge. That's a deep.
Yeah. That makes them very good. That puts a little. I mean, hell, they got Harper and Turner back together. Their lineup is just it's very lethal.
That's a solid team. I
mean, I mean, even with Wheeler and Nola, I mean, their bullpen still needs a lot of work.
Yeah,
But yeah,
never had a good
their
bullpen.
offense is
never had a good bullpen. But
no, their offense is
and Braves didn't do
unbelievable.
I saw this on what did I see it on? MLB Network. I can't remember the person who said it, but he basically said, and it was an analyst. It wasn't a player who played before. It was one of those writer analyst guys, and he said, "Oh, I feel the Braves are still better, even though they haven't really done anything. They're one," and he said the Mets were 3, and I'm like, you can't be 3 if you have the 2 best pitchers in the league. It just doesn't make any sense to me. I'm like, and I think he's a Hall of Fame voter. I wanted to take his Hall of Fame vote right there.
I know but the Braves are just locked up with so many young players, and they still got one of I would say a top 10 player when healthy in Acuna.
Yeah,
and then these Alex
solid,
Riley,
but,
they are just.
But
top to bottom, they rake.
Yeah, but look
losing Swanson hurts.
Yes,
losing Swanson does hurt them.
Look who they just lost. Dansby Swanson.
Yeah.
Huge.
No, and then you got to see. You got that kid Spencer Strider. Does he have any kind of sophomore slump in him? Max Fried, another year older.
Mm-hmm.
Their bullpen. They lost Kenley Jansen, so they don't have a closer as quality of Jansen.
And the only other team I see in the National League that's going to be worth a while, at least by the end of the year, is probably going to be San Diego, because they're going to get Tatis back. They got a lot out there. Yeah, they got a lot out there. I think they're going to beat up on the West.
San Diego's good.
The Dodgers,
they're very good. The Dodgers they're not going anywhere. The Cardinals are very good, and then you're getting most likely again the 3 players, the 3 teams from the East.
Yep, that's it. And the AL. I don't see anybody besides the Yankees. maybe the Blue Jays. I mean,
Blue Jays could play. I mean, they don't pitch enough, but Yankees.
Yeah, but they got a lot of good hitters up there. They're gonna win 8-7 games. I'm telling you, they're gonna win 8-7.
Oh
games.
They can rake. The Red Sox did a nice. They had a quietly nice little offseason. The Red Sox.
Yeah, but they lost a lot too.
Yeah, they did. Losing Bogarts hurts. Losing Martinez hurts.
They're going to have to rely on their kids, and we'll see if they don't end up last, because Baltimore is not bad. So
no, they're scrappy, and they were figuring it out last year.
Yep. And the White Sox, I tell you, they look like a team to beat in that Central. I mean, they're loading up. They are absolutely both pitching and hitting. We'll see.
Well, they're looking at Dale Hendricks.
They are. Well, they might. They have a. I think they have a kid in the minors that they want to bring up. I forget his name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They have.
They got some. They got some arms in that pen too. Their arms in the pen. I mean, I know they got Cease and they got who the hell's their other star? I can't think of their other starter right now. But they can pitch. They can. They do hit enough.
Yeah.
And then the West, you got Houston. I mean, they lost Verlander, but they could still play.
Houston,
they're not.
I try to forget about them.
They're not going anywhere. They're going to be right in the championship series again.
Yeah. So I'm going to skip over the one, because I don't know how you're not. Are you into WWE at all?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Are you okay? I mean, I haven't been in a while. I mean, I was going to look at things here and there. I figure I'll save that for another episode. We're already going to an hour. But
just a quick mention. I mean, if anybody is gonna listen, this Friday, the 30th, the last SmackDown of the year, that's gonna be a really good match. John Cena's coming back, which is cool.
He? Oh,
he's coming back for a little cameo appearance, because he has some streak going that he's wrestled for like 20 straight years. And he's going to team up with Kevin Owens.
He mentioned something about him and Kevin Owens. Yeah, so
he's teaming up against Roman Reigns and Sami Uso.
Wow.
The newly acquainted Uso brother.
I will say that's what's burned me out with WWE a little bit, is the length of this, Roman Reigns Uso shtick.
It's probably been their best angle in a very long time,
so
but
long.
it's time. I think
I
it'll probably.
I think he's doing a heck of a job trying to keep that thing afloat.
Yeah, I'm surprised that he hasn't gone more rogue. You know, he kept it still very family oriented, which is fine because I think Fox has a lot to say about that.
Exactly.
You know, they can't bring blood and all these crazy matches to Fox and at 8:00 on a Friday. But no, the product isn't bad. They have a lot of good talent.
Yeah.
It's a lot of cheesy stuff going on, but it's good.
And I will say AEW, I've caught it here and there. They're not bad. I just don't like it when they have a fat Chris Jericho as your champion.
Even though this is the best shape he's been in years. I mean, the guy's got a six-pack right now. He's cut.
Last year, and he was fat. I'm like,
yeah, he's fat, bow-legged. He just looked.
I'm a fat guy, but I'm not Chris Jericho. You know.
No, so. I'm not taking my shirt off on national TV. You know.
Exactly.
But they have a nice product too. But again, it's a lot of hand-me-downs from WWE, so it's like watching a
minor leagues. Yeah, it's kind of what it feels like.
Yeah, it's WWE Part 2. It's like WCW all over again.
All over again, exactly. So I got this one. I'm kind of mimicking a little of the Michael K show, or it's Don LaGreca's top 5. So I got a top 5 challenge that I want to start doing. So I found this on the web. Top 5 Catwoman portrayals, both TV and movie, and no cartoon characters are allowed. So I showed Jay the list yesterday of the people that there's 8 of them. There's 8 portrayers. Do you know any of them? Are you a Batman?
That's definitely my soft point. I'm not. I think the only one I could think of, but she might not even was Halle Berry ever Catwoman?
She was actually Catwoman in the Catwoman movie. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that's there's not many the Batmans and Catwomans I know, but that would be a cool challenge.
So
that's a cool
5,
little feature.
Yeah, my top 5, and I hope other people put this in comments when they see it. Here's my top 5. So I'm a little biased, and I love this woman, Anne Hathaway. She's my number 1. Okay, and that series of Batman were really good. So she's number 1, and I'm gonna go to number 2, going old school. And I think she was the best of the old TV Catwomen, Eartha Kitt.
Okay.
Eartha Kitt, she was sexy, she was sultry, and if this was all 1960s. So I think she just portrays what Catwoman was supposed to be, from comics to TV. Then I'm kind of I gotta put Halle Berry at least 3rd, because I mean she's a gorgeous woman, and I mean they gotta put her up there. Number 4, see, this is where I want to put Michelle Pfeiffer in there, but I kind of got to go to the other 2 women that are the older women from the old Batman comic.
Originals, gotta go original.
Yeah, Julie Newmar would be 4. Lee Merriweather would be 5 for me. They are very good-looking Catwomen, and I love Michelle Pfeiffer, but that was a cheesy version of Catwoman.
She's an honorable mention based on looks, not by quality of character.
If I'm gonna go quality, I'd put Zoe Kravitz up there, because from what I see, I haven't seen that movie. I've seen bits and pieces, but I hear she's very good in that. And then the other one I can't put in because she's a kid. She actually is the Selena Kyle of all the Catwomen. Her name is Cameron Bykendova. You might remember her. Yeah, if you saw Gotham, that's who that is. That's who she plays. She played Selena Kyle, but she was also in a bigger movie. You remember the movie White House Down with the president?
I've heard of the movie. I'm trying to think if I've ever seen the movie. Is that
White House Down was with 2 big actors. One was
was it Quaid in there? That wasn't Randy Quaid. Not Randy Quaid.
You're thinking of
Dennis Quaid.
No, not Dennis Quaid either. Wow, White House Down. Let's see. I know
it was something where he was president or.
Yeah, well, the White House now obviously has to do with the White House.
Right. Makes sense.
I'll Google it real quick. I hate that I can't. Okay, I remember Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx was the president, and I can. Channing Tatum was the what the hell's name? Yeah. So Cameron Bicondova plays his daughter, Channing Tatum's daughter, and she has a big role in this movie. Yeah. So she's really good in the movie, but so that's that. Okay. So now I'm going to do a little self-promotion real quick so I could get this done. So like I had up before, I'm going to share it again. Come on. There we go. So this is all the viewers out there, and Steve, I know you haven't been in this. This is my it's not fantasy. It's called a confidence pool, and it's basically you're picking the teams, and you can see these X's. These are all games that are picked for the week. The one that's yellow is actually me, so I already did my picks. So I already know who I want and who I don't want. So you're picking the teams, and then you're rating them 1 to 16. So it's really interesting. That's where all these points come in. So if anybody ever wants to get in, let me know. It's a little late now. I mean, if you want to get in just to get in, it's $5 to get in. It's really cheap. So you're just paying for the week. It's 30. There's already 37 people in. It's about $60 something. We win. For first place. It's not a lot. So now what I do want to promote too is that what's coming out with the football season ending, I run a playoff pool and so anybody. I put this on YouTube at the bottom. I got to find out how to do that. Where you can email me. That's probably the best way to. I'm going to have this out if you want to be in. This is going public too. So if there's anybody who I'm not friends with that wants this, wants in, let me know. And I'll have all that information in the next week or two. All right. You promote anything? You have anything you want to promote? I know it's up to you.
No, I got nothing.
Just got into this, so nothing. Okay.
Nothing.
Next, and this is what I'm going to try to do every time I'm on to is happy birthday too. So I do have some happy birthdays. So one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. Oh, I want to not share this. Let me remove that. Okay. So one of my favorite wrestlers of all time, Trish Stratus. Her birthday was a couple days ago. She turned 47. So I'm going to say happy birthday to Trish Stratus. I love you, honey. You're aging gracefully.
She's looking better now than she almost. Yeah, she's
not wrestling anymore. So of course she looks better. She's into fitness.
I know.
So, and then I have two friends of mine.
True.
I got two friends of mine that it's their birthdays today. Quan Chu, if you're watching or you're going to be watching, he's my bowling secretary in the league I'm in. So happy birthday, Quan and Carol Basio. I don't know if she'll watch. It depends. She was my mentor at Acme way back when. Her birthday today. So happy birthday, Carol. All right. So time to promote my show next week. It's basically going to be the same thing. It's going to be football, baseball, and then we'll go from there. There's going to be other things. Like I said, I want to do segments of top 10s, top 5s, birthdays, WWE.
We're gonna do your football picks, right? You're gonna do some football picks.
That I'm gonna do on Thursdays. We're gonna do shorts on that. Yeah, I want to do it after the first game starts. It just makes it easier that, like I said, with this pool, I want there to be everything out there already. So
no conflicts, right?
Yeah, no conflicts. And people that don't get in my pool and they're doing other things, especially they're going to bet on these later games. I'm not like I'm one to give advice for football pools or who to pick, but I've been doing very good this year. So, excuse me. also, like, damn, I'm doing too much here.
Huh?
Okay, so Steve, I
I'm with
appreciate
you.
you coming on. You know,
No
like I
problem.
said, obviously short notice. You're on your phone. You tried to get on your kid's computer. That didn't work. So
No. I broke out the Beats.
You know-
I try to get like 20 minutes of charge on these babies. It's been a
Yeah.
while since I've done a Zoom videos, you know. It's been so I'm happy to see everything just work, and it was a pleasure to get on. It was
That's
actually
awesome.
pretty cool to sit here and BS about sports. You know, I haven't really
exactly.
done
It's
much.
fun.
You know, I got a new
This is
baby
great.
and stuff, so I haven't done much. You know,
congratulations, dude! I did not know
Thank
that. I
you.
think I might have seen that on Facebook.
Yeah, he's a year old now, but I mean, it's that takes up every second of your time. So
I thank your wife for letting you do this while you have a baby in the house. So
yeah, he fell asleep at the perfect time where I was like, I could
Nice.
jump on, because if he was awake,
nice.
I'd be getting laser beams through my eye. I'd be getting burned.
Funny.
But
That
yeah,
is-
it's been a pleasure, man.
right,
it's
so-
been fun.
Awesome.
Sorry I missed the first little
So I just wanna
portion.
Oh, that's okay. You can watch it. You can watch what I said if you want. You know.
Cool.
So, like I said, to everybody that's watching and will be watching over the next week or so, or for however long this lasts, is please subscribe to the podcast, leave a rating and review at the bottom if there is one. I haven't checked yet. I recommend the podcast to friends and family. You know, I want to get as big as I can. I'm doing this for fun. I'm not doing this to make money, but if I do, that's great. I'm not gonna say no. You know, this is what I love to do. I love to talk. So, you know, I'm gonna leave this with, you know, I want to leave this with a little short. Michael Kay is very popular with this. He has a thing he says at the end of every one of his shows. So I found something for me to say. So I'll leave everybody with these great words from my favorite singer, Josh Groban. Let me fall, let me climb. There's a moment where we fear and dream must collide. All right, guys. Thank you for everything. Steve, thank you very much.
You're
Talk to
very
you.
welcome, and Merry Christmas to you and your families. Enjoy the holiday.
I almost forgot that. I didn't even write that. Merry Christmas. There will be one before the New Year's, so I can do that then. All right, and then Steve, I will hopefully see you Thursday if I need you. All right, and we'll do picks.
Reach out, and I'll be happy to hop on for however long I'm needed. And I don't know the man, but God bless DJ J, I believe his name was, and I hope everything's okay on his end.
I hope so too, Jay. We miss you, and hopefully you're listening and you get better soon. All right.
Yes, sir. All right. Take it easy.
Have a good night.
Bye-bye.